Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. I hope you're having a positive and productive day so far. I'm Kel with the Planner Aisle, and today I'm reviewing the October Deluxe box by 8Lotus and sharing all the ways you can use what's inside. I've had this subscription now for over a year and I've been super pleased. In terms of functionality, this is such a great box. They do a really good job at sending planner specific items that are versatile for a wide range of planning styles, and because the boxes follow the same flow, you can anticipate the types of items they'll send while still having that surprise factor that subscription boxes are known for. October is the month of Halloween, so we'll see if we get any spooky themed accessories. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. It's always so much fun putting on costumes and watching scary movies, so curious what they'll include in the box. Make sure to stick around until the end for my final thoughts and rating, and if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and do all the YouTubey things. I do these detailed reviews every month, so you can decide if the subscription is the right one for you. As always, feel free to leave me a comment below with any questions, and let me know if there's any topics you'd like for me to include in my next video. Without further ado, let's hop in. So first we have our vellum card that details what's in the box. The first two categories are what's included in the classic subscription, and all three are included in the deluxe. Next we have a thank you card, the horizontal calendar card for October, and a journaling card that says breathe in calm, exhale stress. The messages on these are always spot on. They come in every box and order we place on the website. And then for deluxe subscribers, we have our accessories pack. Each one comes with a monthly intention card, 3 matching journaling cards, 3 smaller photo print cards, and a large date card. So looking at the intention card first, this is a smooth, heavyweight cardstock. The background usually matches the seasonal dashboard for the box. I was imagining October would have an orange or black theme with something fall or Halloweenish. This kind of looks like confetti or some other abstract print, but we should get more detail with the dashboard. Our 3 intentions for the month are plan ahead for the holidays, curate your wish list, and reduce impulse purchases, which makes me feel personally attacked. I'm supposed to be in a no spend, but life has been lifing and my poor bank account has fallen victim to stress spending lately. But these are really great intentions for October, being that we're literally 3 months away from 2026. One thing I have to point out is the spacing. It looks like the text in the middle is printed slightly lower than it should be, which is throwing me off. Most people probably won't notice or won't care, but for the Eilers who have been longtime subscribers, y'all know how I feel about text or design that's off center. It's just a pet peeve that I have to point out when I see it, but I also fully acknowledge that it's extremely minor and really not important, but just something I wanted to note. Our matching journaling cards are in black, white, and orange, great colors for October. And then our 3 photo print cards are this cabin in a forest with orange trees and this sort of hazy look over the mountains in the back and the black lake. This one is a black cat with orange eyes, and last is a photo of a bunch of pumpkins. I haven't really used these much this year, but I am brainstorming ways I can incorporate these in my routine. I did purchase a brand new journal for the new year, so I may end up using these in there, but I'll keep you all posted. And then the last thing in the accessories pack is our October calendar card, and these live in my main agenda. Next, we have 4 dashboards, 2 cardstock and 2 plastic. First is the Cherish dashboard. This is a thin, translucent matte plastic. It's super simple. All you have is the words Cherish in a thin sans serif font printed vertically down the side and every moment towards the end here in a much smaller font size. So this is incredibly minimal, but the thing that I love the most about these types of dashboards is because there isn't much design, it lets the text stand out more, which gives more emphasis to the meaning. It also makes it a perfect dash for layering, which can be an easy way to spruce up a dashboard or divider in your agenda sections. It comes paired with the abstract Stardust dashboard, which matches the background on the intention card. Usually it's the seasonal dash that's depicted on the intention card, but here it's the other cardstock dash, which seems to be a change up from previous boxes. This is a smooth, heavyweight cardstock, and like most of their more recent dashboards, it is dual-sided as well. So seeing the full design, you definitely get more of the detail than you do on the intention card. The name of this is Abstract Stardust, so I assume it's supposed to depict cosmic dust in outer space, which being a universe buff, this does look like to some degree. But I also feel like because it's zoomed in quite a bit, you don't really get the detail needed that says, I'm looking at a photo of the remnants of a star that went supernova. Instead, it looks a lot more like confetti or an intentional abstract pattern minus any reference to anything specific, which could be the main intent. I'm just a science nerd and I love space stuff. I have a picture of the pale blue dot with the quote by Carl Sagan behind my desk and the Pillars of Creations as my background at work. But all that being said, taking away my bias, the dashboard itself is nice. I love that it's black. I love darker backgrounds in my agendas. They work really well, especially if your covers are in the brown or tan family. Looking at it under the Cherish matte plastic, it makes a very subtle duo set, which is great for those who prefer minimal design or decor in their agendas. I'm honestly not sure if I'll use these or not. I do like the Cherish, and I have a few that could layer really well with it. If I use this one, I may design a vellum overlay that has like some random space facts or quotes, so it's a little more personalized for me. But either way, I think these are nice, and I feel like people are gonna like the abstract of the Stardust and the simplicity of this one. Really nice addition for October. Next is the monthly dashboard. We get one of these each month in a different design. I love the simplicity of the ones like this, where there's a much more straightforward look. You have your monthly abbreviation in the middle with the month written super tiny down the side. It allows for you to dress it up or down as you wish based on what you put underneath. This came paired with the Autumn Mist seasonal dashboard, and not to be dramatic or anything, but y'all, is this not the most beautiful dashboard you've ever seen? I loved last month's. I loved most of their seasonal dashes. I used them in the front of my agenda, as you can see here, but this one is so gorgeous. The deep browns and orange of the forest. You've got this haze coming through that's lit by the sun breaking in the clouds. It's got this like eerie feel, but also kind of calming. It's perfect. No notes, perfect. I can't wait until the first so I can switch this out. But here's my issue. Since the pattern on the intention card and this dashboard don't match, the front of my agenda won't match like it normally does, and I don't know why they switched it up this month. That's one of the things that I love the most is the matchiness of the card in my pocket with the front of my rings, and I don't understand. Infinite Lotus, girl, what are we doing? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But I do wish that these matched, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like, the card is pink and green. It's still in the same color family. It still pairs decently together, but the dashboard is just so perfect that I would have loved to see it in the card as well. The monthly dash layered on top gives it a nice cloudy feel, which really adds to that eerie look and makes the oranges and browns less sharp. It also adds a touch of subtlety that makes the colors fall closer to the neutral side for those with different color themes in your agenda. I think it goes without saying that this is by far my favorite dashboard and will definitely be switching out come October the 1st. I did grab last year's October intention card to see if that matched any better than this one, but I really need this reminder about impulse spending, so I'll definitely be keeping this one in front. All of these dashboards are wonderful depending on your personal style and preference. We get 4 each month, and out of a year's worth of dashes, there's been probably 5 or less that I've disliked. Their deluxe box overall has the best dashboards for my personal style and taste and is consistently in my top favorites. Next, we have our set of inserts, with dashboards being the second item I look forward to each month. Inserts are by far what I look forward to the most. Each month we get 4. For October, our inserts are Duo Grid Notes, Intentional Wish List, Party Plan, and Guest List. So starting with the Duo Grid inserts first, there's 30 sheets front and back, so 60 pages total. At the top, you have a line with 2 grids per page, each with a blank space and a blank grid underneath. So this is a fantastic insert. I'm a huge fan of blank note spreads and grid layouts, and this gives you both. The great thing about this is there's so many ways that you can use it, from general note taking, making checklists. Because there's two boxes here, you can use it for comparisons or situations where you need to compare data between two similar tasks. With holiday season coming up, you can use it as a gift list or section and either create sections split for types of gifts or between people you're purchasing gifts for. These would also be great for meetings. You can use the top section for taking notes and then the bottom section to list out any action items. You can do the same things for project-related tasks. Use the top to list out the specific task and then have the bottom area to list supplemental info like progress check-ins, any important contacts, deadlines, and so forth and so on. You could use it for mind mapping or goal setting. They'd also be a great layout for splitting up pros and cons of something you need to research. That's what I plan to use these for. There's a lot of times when I'm going back and forth between things in my mind, trying to decide whether something is a good idea or a bad idea, or to help me better align my priorities, especially during busy season at work. I may also use these to help me better organize items related to the channel or future projects that are in the works. Either way, these definitely can serve a wide purpose and is one of the more functional inserts they've sent. They also gave us 30, which is awesome. Love these, and I can't wait to use them. Second are the intentional wish list inserts. There's 15 sheets front and back, so 30 pages total. Each page has 3 identical sections, and each section has a line to list the item with a checkoff dial on the right, 3 lines to write why you want it, a line to list how often you'll use it, and a space to list if you have any similar items and what that item is. Below that, you have space for waiting period with 4 dials, one for 24 hours, 1 week, 1 month, and then one to fill in yourself with 2 lines for notes at the bottom. And then on the right side, you have space to write when it was added, the price, the cost per use, a decision selector to mark if you should buy it, wait, or pass on the item, and then an area below that to list if you purchased it or not. So these are really structured wish list inserts and quite different from other similar inserts I've come across. I also feel like this really pairs well with the third intention about controlling impulse spending, which, as I mentioned earlier, is coming at a perfect time for me as I have been on a tiny bit of a spending spree lately. But these are super straightforward inserts and very practical for anyone who wants better control over their spending. Typically, I don't like structured layouts, but this is one where the structure is helpful. It helps you keep track of the areas most important when considering your purchase, so you don't have to manually remember to write it out. The other great thing about this layout is it is condensed, so you can fit 6 items on one piece of paper, which is great for tracking in your planner. The downside, though, is like most condensed layouts, it does limit how much you're able to house in each section, especially if you like to write a lot of notes, but they're definitely practical inserts to have and perfect for maybe a budget agenda or really anywhere where you want to track current or seasonal spending. I plan to use these immediately. It's shopping season and sale season, so I'm excited to see how this will help me rein in my spending for the rest of the year and help me prep over the next 3 months as I start creating my budget for 2026. Really great inserts and a good layout to help keep you on track financially. Next are the party plan inserts. There's 8 sheets total. On the front, you have a line at the top to write the name of the event, and then below that, you have an area to list guests, the theme, date, start time, end time, and location. Underneath, there's 4 lined sections to write out notes for the schedule, menu, decorations, and entertainment. And then flipping on the back, you have 17 lines to write out a list of to-dos with a column for due date and a section below for more notes. So I think this is a great insert. It's geared towards those who obviously are planning parties or get-togethers or events or something. And similar to the wish list inserts, these are on the structured side, which for event planning inserts is a useful thing to have. There's really not a whole lot to say about this one. I think it's a very easy to use layout. I do like how they utilize the back to put a larger to-do list instead of trying to fit everything on the front. It makes it much more versatile for larger events along with smaller get-togethers you may be hosting. I don't have any plans to use this as I don't really host parties. I live in an apartment by myself with my cat, and I don't really play host for any events or anything. I suppose this could come in handy at work from time to time. I do schedule a few events like team events and holiday parties, so I'll definitely keep a couple of sheets on hand if anything like that comes up in the future. Either way though, these are really great inserts to have on hand, especially for all of the party planners out there. The last set of inserts are the guest list inserts, and I'm pretty sure these are designed to be used in conjunction with the party plan ones. There's 8 sheets total. The top is the exact same as the party plan inserts with the same categories, and then underneath you have a guest list with 4 columns, one to write the name, invitation, if they've RSVP'd, and to list any notes, and that list continues over on the back. So as I mentioned with the others, these are geared more towards the party planners out there, but you can use these for other events as well. Because this doesn't have specific fields catered to parties, you can use this for any event or situation where you would benefit from having a physical guest list. So for example, you could use these for meetings or work events. Maybe there's a conference you're planning. You could use these to keep track of who RSVP'd. It could also be a good use for colleague retirement parties or anniversaries. Staying with the work theme, maybe your firm hosts leadership visits or award ceremonies quarterly or semi-annually. Both of these inserts could be a good use for that as well. These do have slightly more flexibility than the party plan layout, but they're both a really excellent way to track your pre-event logistics so all of your important information is kept together. The guest list being front and back is super long, so I would try and reserve these for events that are larger so you don't have as much wasted space, but overall, these are really functional inserts to have, particularly if you're in the event planning world. We are entering holiday season, so I'm sure a lot of folks will put these to good use. Next, we have a set of large transparent dot stickers in the color Milk Tea. There's 2 sheets with 12 on each, so that's 24 stickers total. 8Lotus does send transparent dot stickers quite frequently, but this is the first time we're getting them in this large size. These are about 3 times the size of the small dots, as you can see here, but they have the same texture and feel. I love dot stickers. They're one of the most functional planning tools out there. I don't use the large ones as much. I mainly use them periodically on my monthly spreads or in my miscellaneous sections, but they're really handy for marking particularly important events or categorizing types of events in your agenda. They'd also be perfect if you have larger planning tools where you track information like maybe a wall calendar or a desk calendar. My favorite thing about this is by far the color. It's a really soft beige color. I think milky is the perfect adjective for it. Light browns and grays blend in so well with pretty much any agenda cover, and for those who like to decorate, it doesn't distract from your design, making it a great choice for those who do decorative plan or those who prefer a more minimal style. 8Lotus does send us several colors and similar styles of the same items so we can build a sort of collection for ourselves. I would assume they would do the same thing here. I'm not sure how I'll end up using these specifically. A lot of the stickers in my collection that aren't the standard dot stickers or icons, I'll use randomly here or there, but I'll definitely keep these on hand. I may throw one of the sheets in a planner pocket in case I feel like grabbing it. Super simple and practical accessory and a nice addition to a subbox. Next, we have a set of Cocoa Fusion mini page flags. We've gotten several full-size page flags, but this is the second mini set we've gotten. This month, we have a brown and tan palette with light purples as well, and previously they sent them in a blue palette with gray and white. I mentioned this in a previous review, but I love these flags so much. I use page flags all the time, but I've never really seen them in this mini size. It makes it perfect for marking time off or vacation on a small calendar spread, or to highlight or section off certain areas in your agendas that need to be blocked off temporarily. That's how I've been using them the most here lately. We're taking part of a big transformation at work, and there are several specific training sessions that are scheduled throughout the week. These tend to change quite often, so being able to block off those dates and times on the calendar while having the ability to move it at the last minute has been super helpful since I can't really do that with stickers. The colors are great too. They're very muted, so it doesn't ever feel too loud on your page. I absolutely love these and I hope they continue to send them. Really great colors for October and a nice set of flags for functional planners. Next, we have a thank you card. This is super similar to the other cards they've sent periodically throughout the year. Very simple and clean and minimal. On the front, it just says, "Can't thank you enough," with a blank inside, and it comes with a light gray envelope. So I love these cards. What you see is what you get. I did end up using one of them at work, but these are a couple of others that they sent. The great thing about these is because they are so plain, they're perfect for more formal occasions. So maybe this would be a good fit if you're giving this to a colleague or someone you don't know as well. It also gives you the option to decorate it yourself. So if you're a DIYer and you like using stickers and things, you can customize this and make it as bright or funny as you want, if that's something that you like to do. Either way, the clean layout is what makes it so versatile and makes it a great option and great fit for a variety of planners. I need to check the website to see if they offer these in sets. If so, I'm definitely going to pick up a couple. They're really nice to have on hand when you need to send a quick thank you or some recognition. Such a simple but useful accessory and great to have for the holiday season. The last item this month is the Uni Sign Pen. This is in the color black and has a 0.24mm tip. The barrel is all black with gray text. It's fairly slim, but it doesn't feel too uncomfortable to hold. Doing a pen test here, I love the thinness of the ink. Nibs smaller than 0.4mm are my favorite, and this one's only 0.24, which is super fine. The pigment is pretty bold given how thin the ink is, which looks really nice on paper. It's also fairly smooth. It's not the smoothest, but it's not like scratchy by any means. Something to note is this is waterproof pigment ink and not oil-based, so it is not going to write on transparent surfaces without smearing. I know Uni sells several similar pens that are oil-based that look nearly the same, but this one will smear on a surface that isn't matte, so just something to keep in mind. But the ink on this, it looks really nice. These seem to be geared for drawing and sketching and things. I did read a few reviews that said it does tend to bleed more than the average pen, so I'd be careful if you're using this on planner pages, but overall, this is a solid pen and I think folks will like it. And that wraps up the October Deluxe box by 8Lotus. So this was another really solid box full of useful inserts and pretty versatile accessories. My favorite item this month is 1000% the Autumn Mist dashboard. It's absolute perfection in every way, and I can't wait to use it. My least favorite item is probably the Abstract Stardust dashboard. I do like it, but I'm such a science nerd, so when I see Stardust, I'm fully expecting some incredible detailed image by JWST or Hubble with a bunch of science facts down the side. That's clearly a me problem, but this was a really great month. I'm still a little salty over the seasonal dash and the intention card having different designs, but I promise I'm gonna let it go. Similar to other boxes, we got a lot of functional items, and even the inserts like the party plan and guest list ones can still be used in other ways outside of the original intent. This is the first 8Lotus sub box that I'm rating, given it's been a year, and all in all, I'm rating this box a 9.5 out of 10. The usability of what they send is so high, and for the money we spend on these each month, it's really refreshing to have items that I know I'll use in the future. Great box for October, and I'm really looking forward to November. And that is it, you guys. If you found this video helpful and you want to see more planning and organizational content, please hit that like button and subscribe. It helps my channel out a lot. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram for more planner tips and inspo, sending positive vibes your way. Until next time, stay safe and have a wonderful rest of your day.